Hi, Matt with eTrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the Benton Little Shift Bike Rack on the back of our 2024 Chevrolet Colorado. Now, this is going to be a great option if you're going on some solo rides. You want something that's going to be fairly compact and it will help you get into the back of your bed. So let's take a closer look at it. And where I'm going to begin is with how our bike is interacting with our vehicle. Now, this is going to stick out far enough where even if you're on some bumpy roads, we're not going to make contact with anything. I will say we won't have enough room to open up our tailgate, so let me take off our bike so we can take a closer look at that. And where I'm going to start with is going to be these straps. You're going to have one on each tire. This is what kind of gives us a really good hold today. And this is going to actually have a weight capacity to hold on to some heavy e-bikes. Something else that's pretty nice about it too is right now we are making contact with the tire. So even great for those carbon frame bikes or alternative frame bikes. But you do have the option to make contact with the frame if you like that style more. So I'm going to push this down so it's out of our way and set that down. And I can pick it up and take it out for a ride. Now I will say one of these cradles, it's going to be the rear one, has the ability to pivot. So if you want to accommodate a wider range of wheelbases, you can do that. Just like this. But I'm going to put up these straps so they're not dangling around. And I'm going to put my hook on because without that, we can't carry our bikes. A trick you can do is before you actually strap this down into place, you can actually use the strap to hold it down. Just like that. Now, something I noticed when using this earlier is when I lower this down, this almost lowers completely flat. It's just barely going to make contact with this cradle right here. You can see that the cables are almost extended, so I wouldn't recommend putting down anything heavy here. If you wanted to, you probably could put down a towel and it wouldn't scratch up your tailgate, but this will allow you to really reach in here and grab whatever you need. But the plus side of this design is I can also step right here, so it's a little bit easier to get into my bed and grab whatever I need. But from here, let's get a couple measurements. The first one I'm going to get is going to be the overall distance it sits away. This is going to be 18.5 inches. So this is going to be very compact, great if you're trying to save space in your garage or a parking spot. And for the ground clearance, that's going to be roughly around 19 inches. So even with those heavier e-bikes, this is only dropped down by an inch or two. So you'll have plenty of ground clearance to spare so you don't bottom out. Now this isn't going to have any tilting features, but what's nice about this is we don't have to worry about blocking anything like our license plate, taillights, backup camera, or back window. And the way this is going to install is we're going to have a 2-inch shank that goes into your 2-inch hitch receiver, and there's going to be an anti-rattle bolt that goes on and connects to a nut on the other side, and that's what gives us a really good hold today, so you don't have to hear that rattling as you're driving around. Now, in my opinion, I do think it's a solid choice for a single bike rack, and I think it's great if you're kind of just getting into biking or you're kind of experienced. Now, if you're someone who's more of a veteran, you've been biking for a long time, and you want something that's going to look super nice, but will also give you that full tailgate clearance, I'd recommend the Kuat Piston SR bike rack, because that's going to sit more low to the ground, just a couple presses of a button that'll let you use it, and it looks pretty nice back here too, but it's also going to be more of a premium price range. So it really just depends where you're at on your bike journey. Now, if you guys have any other questions, let us know here at eTrailer. And again, I'm Matt, and thanks for watching.